After seeing that video, you can't convince me that Pokemon cards aren't an addiction. You have this grown arm man, and if you don't know the backstory, let me explain it to you. This white man that you can see is boxing out this man in front of the Pokemon vending machine, has waited in his car for about 5 hours waiting for them to restock the machine in Target. And after he sees that someone was in front of him, he screams and shouts, "I'm supposed to be first," because he says him waiting in the parking lot for 5 hours is the same as him waiting in line. At this point, I think Pokemon is actually a worse addiction than crack in the 80s, because people are fiending over this. This is not the only clip I've found in the past couple days of people just crashing out over Pokemon cards. Now, listen, I'm not a hater of Pokemon cards. I got me some today. I'm always going to be down to rip some packs or buy a new card to expand my collection, because do you know what? I like it. I like seeing the art. I like collecting them. I like ripping them. I just like the gamble. That's an addiction. I'm picking up on it now. But but it's getting so, I have never got so to a point where I've waited somewhere to get Pokemon cards, or I've visibly gotten angry over it. Actually, that's a lie. I've opened 20 packs and I had feelings about it, but I've never gone out so far that I've disrupted other people. This is an addiction. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, Pokemon cards should be this or Pokemon cards in America is already just completely fluffed. It's terrible. It's gone to a point so bad where scalpers have ruined it for casual enjoyers who just want to get some stuff, and they've bumped up the prices so much. They've made this children's card game accessible to children. And you can say, oh, well, these children can't really fully appreciate Pokemon because they're children. They went around for Gen 1 to Gen 5. Come on, bro, you're a grown arm man boxing out for your dear life to get this flippin' Eevee evolution. You gotta tighten up, bro. But anyway, I just saw this and I just wanted to speak about it. I think I'm gonna do more videos like this where I just see stuff on TikTok and make videos about them, because coming up with video ideas is hard, bro. But yeah, Pokemon is just a complete addiction at this point. I think if I'm gonna make an addiction tier list, that's the next video. I just came up with it right now. You just saw me come up with an addiction tier list. If I make an addiction tier list, I'm rating this A. It might go into its own tier. It might go into the Pokemon tier, above crack, above heroin, above pain relievers in the 90s. Because there's these people who did these recreational drugs were fiends, but at least they were getting some kind of high off this. People now who are fighting, full on throwing scraps over Pokemon cards, are doing this for a piece of cardboard. Now you can say oh yeah, I get a little dopamine here every time I look at the paper, but how many times can you look at the card and think, Charizard? Now, let me say this again, I'm not hating. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I'm more a fan of the games and the shows more than the cards, but I still collect the cards because I have nothing to do. But still, I got this Mew today, and this Mew is super nice to look at. I know Pokemon community, don't kill me, I'm gonna sleeve it, but I got this Mew, and this Mew is amazing to look at. It's even made by one of my favorite artists, CG Works. That's one of my favorites because they do this 3D crystallized art. But after I looked at it 5-6 times, I just thought, oh yeah, this is a cool Pokemon card. People are actually dying for this. People have died for this. I think I saw a story where people got trampled for Pokemon cards, and it just kind of reminds me how Black Friday used to be back in the mid 2000s, where people would just truck it in stores to get that half off TV, which I can see more than Pokemon cards, because a TV half off is really a good deal. But God knows, you per ETB, an Elite Trainer box for 50% off, people will pull out their Glock 19s and shoot motherfuckers through the head, bro. It'll get dangerous. But I just wanted to make a video on this because I saw it was funny. But that's crazy. People are really that desperate for the feel of the cards. Anyway, I'm gonna go buy me some Pokemon cards.